We are in the house kitchens in the basement, which have now been fully stripped out. So all the modern cabling, services, paraphernalia, cooking ranges and linings have been removed, and we're back to as original a shell as is here. We've uncovered the 19th century floor, which have now, the slabs have been cleaned. We've taken off wall linings, and at the far end there's a section of wall which has a sort of layering of paint which tells the history of the various colours that this kitchen has had over many centuries. And we're doing paint analysis of those in order to understand that history and also to decide on the colour that we will reinstate the kitchen back to. In the middle opening, where the brickwork has now been exposed, will be reinstated an 18th century version of the range and spit that would have been there. And here to the side will be a kind of smaller cooking range for pots. And to the left of that, in what is currently still a sort of greeny opening, will be the ovens. So we're in the cellar, adjacent to the house kitchens, and this is a very interesting screen that has been uncovered. All of this was lined in a modern type of hardboard that had been painted over time. And having peeled that off, we've found this lattice screen, which is quite unusual for both the way it's assembled and its asymmetric composition. It kind of is clearly part of this as a storage space for produce, keeping it cold and ventilated. What's interesting is that the paintwork on here is still, we believe, the original. We have taken paint samples of this and it's being tested, but we believe this could date back to the 18th century. So we've been downstairs in the 18th century kitchen, which will be reinstated and will have, when we reopen, 18th century cooking demonstrations. They will be explained in a modern way about their relevance in time, but that will then be displayed in part back in this room, which is the ground floor dining room, where we will be setting an 18th century table, which will set out the sort of food that would have been prepared for a banquet, and will explain that link between what goes down in the basement and how that's then eaten, and how socially that is part of the setting at the ground floor here. In this corner, we've opened through what was set as a fake door, and we've broken into the vault. So the house had a vault built underneath the staircase where the silver and gold collection of the house was stored. And part of the project is to bring all of that silver and gold out into the public, and it will reappear on the second floor in the new silver and gold galleries. The vault will therefore be empty, and now that it's empty, we're making use of it to allow visitors to kind of pass through and circulate and flow around the spaces, and in a way reinstating what was originally an opening prior to the vault being built. And I suppose a bit like bank robbers, we've broken through, and you can kind of wander through. You can wander through and imagine the collection all in one space.
I'm Becky Jarvis Diggins. I'm the exhibition designer working on the York Mansion House. We've been working on this project for a number of years now. But it's finally into the construction phase. So we're currently stood in the dining room, which is completely empty. But eventually this area will have a dining table that will be set for a dinner party. There's some stunning silverware that will be displayed in this space. There's a beautiful centrepiece. The project is been a pleasure to work on. Like I say, I've been working on it for a number of years. I actually live fairly locally, so I'm very interested in the house and really thrilled that it's going to be open to the public.